All right, Wednesday show. Let's fucking do it. To America's finest program. It's the Dusty Show. Hell yeah, Hump Day. Gonna do what we do on Hump Day. Do a check-in show on the resistance. Are you guys out there resisting? Hopefully. Appreciate you guys joining me. I love you. Have a decent show tonight for a Wednesday. Worked hard on it, put it together for you, and I thank you for giving me your time to entertain you. It means a lot. Folks know what I've been up to, so I have a story to tell you. Let's do some story time with Uncle Dusty. Shut up with the music. All right, so you guys know I've been working on my truck. I'm manly as shit now, y'all. I'm bona fide, right? So put in a stereo system in my truck. I'm pretty impressed with it. It was pretty high end. I got my 2 ohm dual coil subwoofers wired to 1 ohm using buses. It's all fucking cool, y'all. I know all about it. So I'm getting cocky. I'm like, oh, I'm going to learn all about my fucking truck. I've always been scared of shit to work on trucks. I don't know why, because I'm a pussy-ass bitch. And I was like, nah, man, I could do this. If dumbass mechanics, I love you mechanics, you're all geniuses. But I've met some that are dumb. If they can do it, I can work on a truck. I can learn this shit. So I'm popping my hood up, looking around at my engine, sitting there staring at it. Yep, that's an engine, all right. Now I'm unscrewing shit, looking in there. Oh, that's got green shit in it. All right. Ooh, that's got blue shit in it. That windshield wiper fluid. All right, cool. Ooh, that's brown. Got to be oil. Only one thing brown, black can be, right? Oil. So anyway, cool. I'm learning. Shutting my hood. Next day, driving to fucking Walmart, and I notice, oh my God, truck's overheating. God damn it, I just put all this stereo equipment in my truck, and how the fuck is gonna break down on me? Hell no. Hell no. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's up with this shit. So get out. And I go into Walmart first, right? Go into Walmart. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get me some water. We bought some bottled water, big old thing of all these little bottles of water. I'm gonna put some fucking water in the radiator. I know what the fuck I'm doing, y'all. So after we're in Walmart for like 45 minutes, I come out and I pop the hood and start looking around, and I notice, oh my God, you're a fucking moron. You didn't screw the top on the radiator hard enough, and it shot all the goddamn antifreeze out of it. And that's why your shit's overheating. So I was like, fine, I'm just going to pour a bottle of water. You can use water in your radiator, right? It's just a coolant. It'll be fine. So I take it off, and I'm start pouring water in the fucking radiator and whatnot. Next thing you know, it seems better. It seems all right, you know, from what I can tell, it's all right. Temperature goes down a little bit. So then I'm driving to UPS. It's like just a couple minutes away. Driving UPS, and I notice it gets a little hot again. Not as hot as it was before, but it's still getting hot. And I'm like, God damn it! God damn it! Go to the UPS, about 3 minutes, come out, and I'm like, hey, that's cool enough for the engine to cool down, right? That's long enough. And even though it says directly on the lid of the radiator, do not open while hot, I'm like, it's been 3 whole minutes. Surely it's cooled down by now. So my genius ass just takes the radiator cap off. And then what happened is exactly what you'd expect to happen. Boosh! Hot water, scalding, antifreeze all over me, shit just bubbling out. I'm looking like a fool in front of everybody, car next to me pouring and laughing at me, as they should. I'm burnt. Not serious though, it's only like 5th to 6th degree burns, I'll be all right. But anyway, I was like, no, you're so stupid, Dusty, you're so stupid. 3 minutes, clearly not enough for your engine to cool down. So I just get all the rest of my bottle of water out, pour like 2 gallons of water in this motherfucker. Drive home, and I'm like, oh, let me go look online to see if it was okay that I did that. And it turns out it's not okay that I did that. I asked ChatGPT, is it okay to use water in your radiator? And it's like, no, you stupid motherfucker. Of course that's not okay. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Now maybe temporarily in an emergency you can use that shit, but the antifreeze has coolants and has lubricants in it. You want your truck to be lubricated, don't you, Dusty? Truck sitting out there all unlubricated. I'm sorry, truck. I'm sorry, I gotta lube you up. Says it'll corrode the shit out of everything. Your transmission just gonna fall the fuck out. I don't know how the radiator liquid has any bearing on the transmission. It don't matter. It's fucking your shit up. As you're sitting here with your lazy ass in your house, Dusty, your truck is out there rusting. I'm like, fuck. And so then I was like, I want a second opinion, ChatGPT. Went on the Reddits, and some people on Reddit says water is fine, motherfucker. It's fine. Water even better. And they're having arguments all in the I am a mechanic forum. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But then I found out you could only use distilled water. Distilled water. I gotta fucking have like a Breaking Bad science set up in my goddamn house to distill water for this motherfucker. Don't use fucking tap water. Don't use bottled water. Only distilled water. And so I'm fucked no matter what the goddamn hell I try to do. So, long story short, I had to go buy a bunch of fucking antifreeze. $40. You need $40 for the goddamn antifreeze to replace the fucking antifreeze in your fucking truck. So I just made a $40 mistake for no fucking reason. So not the best, but you know, what you gonna do? I have a saying, sometimes you have to pay for an education. And you know, like losing money when you don't need to lose money just for stupid shit you do, it sucks. You know, it makes you feel bad. But here's the way I think about that kind of thing. Like, you can get real fucking angry, right? You can get angry, you can let it ruin your fucking day, but all that does is cause your life problems. All it does is create situations that are going to make you more angry. That anger bleeds into everything you do. It bleeds into relationships with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, and then, like I said, it's a cascading effect that just leads to more and more situations where you're going to be angry. And eventually anger can just take over your whole fucking life. You'll find yourself angry all the fucking time until life isn't worth living. Or you can choose not to be angry and then immediately fucking get over it. Because the quicker you let go of that anger, the quicker you stop that cascade of situations that's only going to make your life worse. Because you're going to have to deal with the problem eventually. Getting angry about it, getting mad about it, not going to fix my radiator. It's not going to flush my fucking radiator out. It's not going to go to Walmart and buy more antifreeze and put it in. Not going to cause any of that to happen. I'm still going to have to do that. So being angry doesn't solve the problem. It just makes things worse. So cut out the anger immediately. Skip right to trying to solve the problem. And it makes your life a lot better in my estimation and experience. So, hell yeah, that is my adventure for yesterday. We got to get that taken care of. I got some antifreeze, but I got to, I'm waiting. I forgot to buy distilled water like a dumbass. I got to go back to Walmart and buy some distilled water to mix with my antifreeze because you got to do 50-50 antifreeze water. Unless you buy the premixed kind. I'm now an expert at all this shit, y'all. That's how it happens. You go from knowing nothing to knowing a good bit. So that's the way to fucking work that shit out. So, hell yeah, folks. Got a good one for you tonight. As always, the super chats are on. Be sure to super chat me. Let me click on this button over here. Boom, there we go. Lifeblood of the shows in the super chats. I don't dodge any questions. Why the fuck would I? I answer everything over here by the chat. There's a dollar sign. You click on it and then you donate whatever you want to. And then you hear me read whatever you say in my voice because that's sort of how all of this works. And can immortalize yourself forever and ever, ever in the super chats. Hell yeah. Do it to it. Thank you in advance. Gonna read them all at the end of the show, but also halftime. So get them in now. While you still can, before it's all fucking over. And all right, folks, let's go ahead and jump into this. Prepare for the cringe. It's beyond parody. Beyond parody. MC Anderson says almost all pre-mixed now. You say that, but like the one I wanted was called Cool X or something. I looked it up. Some kind of special antifreeze that's made with oat. I don't think it stands for like regular oats, like are grown in the field. I think it's something else, but it's supposed to be scientifically formulated to last 150,000 miles. And I was like, if I'm going to replace a shit, I'm going to get the best shit. But all the premix was gone. All that was left was mix your own, motherfucker. So I got to mix my own. So I thought about that, but Walmart had other plans for me. What you gonna do? Anyway, first off, On Beyond Parody, holy God, can't get any more beyond parody than this. Laura Trump, daughter-in-law to Donald Trump, wants everybody who's donating to the GOP to know, hey, don't worry that we're going to misspend your money. We're Trumps. You can trust us.
I think the reason that I'm here is to assure people who ever had any question as to how their money is being spent. Can they trust the RNC? Can they donate to this entity? Trust me, I am the daughter-in-law of Donald Trump. I will ensure that every penny of every dollar is going to causes that Republican voters care about.
Oh, God.
We want to, of course, elect Donald Trump at the top
funny.
of the ticket, and then, of course, elect Republicans all the way down. But I think the
too
reason
fucking funny.
that
I'm the daughter of Donald J. Trump. You can trust me. That's like if you went to your daycare and it was Jeffrey Epstein's daughter, and she's like, hey, I know you're worried about your children being molested, but I am Jeffrey Epstein's daughter. You can trust us not to molest your children. No, you can't. You're the last people to fucking trust on this. What are you talking about? God damn it, so funny. It's so crazy, so American. And then, on Beyond Parody. This is from Anti-Fascist Turtle, and yeah, I love it. They're freaking out about the boys still. The boys, who has always been about making fun of Republicans. I mix fun of the left too a little bit, but mostly Christians, conservatives, the anti-wokesters. But they've been doing this forever, folks. Conservatives always mad because they're just now realizing their favorite media has been making fun of them this whole time. Like Rage Against the Machine. I can't believe Rage Against the Machine finally got political. What the fuck are you talking about? I can't believe Star Trek, that had the first interracial kiss every episode about left-wing politics. I can't believe it's finally getting political. You so stupid. And it's just like this meme. Rightist, when their favorite band, the Leftists, that sing their favorite song, I Hate Police Officers, off of their critically acclaimed 1988 album, The Republican Party Stinks, and so do the Democrats, to be honest, tweet about not liking Representative I Love Capitalism and Senator Minority Suck. Yep. Finally figured it out. Everybody hates you. Get on board. It's not going to get any better, Republicans. Meanwhile, this is why we hate you. So Marjorie Trader Queen, always, never knowing what the fuck she's talking about. First, she's retweeting this lady. Too big. Says, no! First, the headline is LGBTQ activities calling for the passage of the Equality Act. And then MTG's like, no, what's scary is men pretending to be women, reading gender code-lying books to our children, provocatively dancing nearly nude in public spaces, you know, as opposed to giving hand jobs in crowded theaters like your friend Boebert did. And taking over bathrooms, sports, and private spaces. Women and children need protected from them. Only here's the rub. That's a cis woman. It's a cis woman. Bridget Bannett said, hi, Marjorie. I am Bridget. I am the queen in the clip. I'm born female and not a man. You are just proving that gender is socially constructed and have no idea what you're talking about and why you should have no say in our lives. Yeah, this is from the We Can Always Tell crew. You can't. They're going to go after cis women just like they go after trans women. Nobody's safe from the trans investigators. But hey, it's awesome to make fun of them. Meanwhile, on Beyond Parody, I just have a question. Does Donald Trump think Taylor Swift is beautiful?
What do you think about Taylor Swift? One of the most famous people right now.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump, but I hear she's very talented. But I think she's very beautiful, actually. Unusually beautiful.
Say beautiful again. Say beautiful one more time. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Say beautiful again, motherfucker. English, do you speak it? Don't make me go Pulp Fiction on you, Donald Trump. Totally normal from our former president and perhaps soon to be president again. Got the crush on Taylor Swift. Who could blame him? Secret Swifty there, Donald Trump. And then, folks, I apologize for the horrors you're about to witness. But I saw it and so do you. Dave Rubin is back with possibly the most ham-fisted, low-level, sad, cringy program ever created. Even the advertisement they put up for it is incredibly cringy. The South Park of X already lost me, but oh my God, I could just dissect this one sentence, but let me keep going. Legalize humor! Finally, humor is legal, but after watching this, as a comedian myself, I'm starting to think we should maybe make humor illegal again. I don't know. If this is it, this should be banned because this is a crime against humanity, worse than cancer and AIDS combined. No hyperbole on my part whatsoever. So check the mini pilot. Uh-oh. It was so good they had to put out a little teaser ahead of the excellent real show coming out. Of the first animated sitcom on X, this is what Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is funding. This is where his dollars are going to. Featuring Larry Elder, a Rubin Report, Awaken with JP, and special appearance by an animated Elon Musk. Oh, goody. Support the show and help fight the woke mind virus. And of course, this is a great example of the anti-woke mind virus. It's a great example of how the culture wars breaks your fucking brain, and they literally can't think of anything else but trans people, even though trans people have no effect in their lives whatsoever, even though the vast majority of these dudes don't know a single trans person. Doesn't harm them in any way. That's all they can concentrate on. Everything revolves around trans people. They're the most influential and powerful people in the history of this nation, even though they're like 0.5% of the population. It's crazy. So anyway, here we go, folks. It's every trope that you see on X, every right-wing meme that your dipshit MAGA uncle posts on Facebook, all crammed into the lamest animation you've ever seen with the absolute worst of voice acting. Dave Rubin takes the cake as perhaps the worst voice actor of anybody who's ever turned on the microphone. Once again, here we go. So just to start this clip out, clearly this is supposed to be a takeoff on All in the Family with Archie Bunker. It's another one of these shows, I guess. Religious Christians don't realize that they were making fun of them. Archie Bunker was not the hero. He was a racist that was making fun of other racists back in, the 70s and the 80s. But now he's a hero figure to these deplorables. And that's who this guy's clearly supposed to be in a modern world where he has to try to be sensitive and, caring. The horror. Let's go. Get crook, Law and Order.
What's that?
Progress. It's the new norm.
The new norm ain't the same as the old norm.
All right, stop. First off, what is with the laugh track? Why do you have an animation with a fucking laugh track? And it's the worst laugh track ever. Like, if you guys would have had like an audience like watching this and laughing or something, even that would be bad. But you get to hear it when he makes fun of the left. They're like, ooh, or he says something that the left thinks is okay, like loving your neighbor, being kind. Boo, just so ham-fisted and ridiculous. Good God, this is bad.
I'm the old norm. I want normal beer.
Warning, perimeter reached.
Ugh. It's your fault I got house arrest.
You're the one who threatened the school board.
I gently suggested
Yelled.
they stop brainwashing my daughter that girls aren't girls and men aren't men.
Sometimes they're neither. Or both. Or furry and dressed like dogs.
Ow! Janice! What's that?
Warning,
what's that?
offensive.
Actually, that is one of my pronouns. Also they, them, and me.
So that's Dave Rubin. Holy God, he has no charisma. He has no talent. Why the fuck? I mean, I know why you picked him, but shit, this is horrible.
You're non-binary?
How do you know that word?
I learned it in school.
That's why I'm locked up.
Norm, the judge agreed to conditional parole.
What condition?
Where's my room?
That's
You're
staying here?
Chaz is part of a new government program.
To re-educate homophobic, transphobic, racist.
Charlie, finally, someone normal.
The crazy part is they clearly got Dave Rubin to like record this on his own webcam or some shit, so the audio sounds completely different than everybody else's. That's how poor the production value of this shit is. And of course, he has to have a black friend, because every show like this has to have a black friend, so they can say, I'm not racist. I have black friends that agree with all my racist anti-woke bullshit. It's become such a ridiculous cliche. It's so obvious what you guys are doing.
I don't understand. You're black.
Did that just black whisper?
You're his friend?
And boss. Speaking of, when you coming back to the trophy shop?
As soon as I get rid of this, which means I gotta take in that?
Offensive.
Chaz is here to re-educate Norm.
In non-bonery studies.
Offensive.
I'm allergic to dogs.
It's okay. Billy is an emotional support dog and non-binary.
Oh, okay then. Good dog.
I come here to get away from woke.
Trouble at home?
Oh, my boy, or whatever it calls themselves now, is thinking about transitioning.
Oh no, everybody's trans in this universe. Literally, none of you know a fucking trans person. But of course, fear, that's what's hilarious, folks. Making fun of trans people. All the boomers love to do it. It's all the fucking rage. Hey, they hate the same people we do. It's hilarious.
Reggie?
Try Regina.
Transitioning to what?
Another fumble.
Hopefully not a Jets fan.
Hey, pronoun. This bud's for you.
Offensive.
Oh, I'm so clumsy and ridiculous.
I can't drink. I'm not 21.
Y'all influence my boy to cut off his junk, but draw the line at beer?
Yeah, because it's a monolith. You're all responsible for whatever my kid chooses to do. Let me intimidate you.
Can't do this.
Yes, we can.
Find a way to break him. Maybe we can fix the country.
I just want normals. Beer.
You know there'll be jokes.
New norm ain't the same as the old norm.
Woo! That was straight up ass, y'all.
Changing and I don't know when.
Good God.
This whole nightmare will
So,
end.
once again, I vote make comedy illegal again. Immediately.
Thank God for Elon Musk.
Hey, Elon Musk, thank God.
X is the home for free speech.
Definitely.
I almost forgot.
These
We're going to
nuts.
Disney World.
Make America funny again.
Oh, God. Oh, so bad. Holy shit. Even conservatives can't like this. There can't be anybody who is watching this is like, yeah, awesome. That's so cool. Like, literally nobody likes this. Beyond fucking parody, y'all. Holy God. And we're like, we all see what you're doing, of course. Just like this post says, if you are making an adult animated sitcom about an old white dude who's upset with the woke, it is required by law for them to have a black conservative sidekick who follows them around to say shit like, I hate woke too. This white boy's all right. And yet white people, of course, they got to sell the fact that they're not racist. So this is the Benny Shapiro cartoon, the one they have over the Daily Wire. And of course, this is Dave Rubin's cartoon. It's all the same fucking shit. I can't be racist. I have black friends. Written by a white dude. So horrible. It's bad. And you should feel bad about it. And folks, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we have an alternative slate of floating cats in the backyard tonight. Hell yeah. So we have our cats split off into two rival gangs. There's the Dusty Crew, and then there's the Outsiders. So the Outsiders, NWO, are storming the show tonight. This is Katana. She used to be a member of the Dusty Crew, and now she's joined the Outsiders. So she's bad, but she's still alive. And tonight you might see some of the alternative crew in the background. We'll see if they make an appearance. So cool. Different floating cats tonight. Be sure to support them in the super chat. We have a bunch of mouths to feed around here. And all right. Well, let's see what you guys got to say about that in the Biggie Big chat. I refuse to believe that it's actually real. Well, believe it, motherfucker. It's real as shit. This is the quality of comedy the right is putting out. The right is getting better at comedy. The left is getting nervous. I'm so nervous. That was so painfully cringe. Yes, it was. But hey, that's everything they do, right? That's why we do the show. At least it's so cringy you can make fun of it. Some shit just so bad that you can't even make fun of it. It's too bad. But at least that was like bad in a way that's very easy to make fun of. So thank you for your service, rightoids. Shit is so ass. Yes, that the same animation style is fucking terrible. I got a CC. Miss CC. Look at this CC. You guys remember CC from back in the day? Yeah, loud. How you doing, Miss CC? She had a cone of shame for a while. Her neck was wide open, but she got help, and now she's back to 100%. Look at that. Got some beautiful eyes. She got the beautiful green eyes, don't you, Miss CC? Yeah. Outsiders, NWO for life. I just watched the end of Who Killed WCW. It had 4 episodes, so pretty good. Spoiler alert, it was Vince McMahon, so don't have to watch it if you don't want to. But yeah, NWO for life season, but she still loves her daddy. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Didn't forget who your daddy is, did you, sweetheart? Hell yeah. That's some quality love right there. Grabbing my hand. Oh, that's some, she slutted it up. Ooh, girl. Save some for later, you horn dog. I know. That's some fine quality daddy love right there, isn't it? Nothing better than the daddy love. Nothing better than daddy love. Hell yeah. Ooh, aggressive daddy love. All right, you keep it up. I'm going to go on with the show. Next up, folks, it's time for a little bit of Chud Watch. Chud Watch. Chud Watch. We talk about Chud. Then JC goes. Woo! First up, on tonight's Chud Watch, brought to you by the lovely CC. Donald Trump at it again, folks, and this time the Beyond parody goes to another level. They know no shame. He's sending out campaign fundraising emails claiming he was tortured in jail, folks. Oppression Olympics. They have an oppression fetish. Former President Trump campaign in a Monday fundraising email criticized his treatment at the Fulton County Jail in Georgia, saying he was tortured while getting his historic mugshot at jail. I want you to remember what they did to me. They tortured me in the Fulton County Jail and took my mugshot. So guess what? I put it on a mug for the whole world to see. The fundraising email said, yeah, it was such torture being briefly photographed. Good God. But literally, it doesn't matter what he says. And like we went over this before, the reason he always compliments himself, the reason he always plays the victim is because the people that worship him, they see themselves in him. So when he says, I was tortured at the prison, they're like, I was tortured at the prison. And they're outraged by how they were tortured in the prison, even though they weren't, and neither was Donald Trump. But in reality, it doesn't matter to these folks at all. Case in point.
Sort of like a hot guy. I was hot as a pistol. I think I was hotter than I am now when I became president, okay? I don't know. I said to somebody, was I hotter before or hotter now? I don't know. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares, right?
I'm so hot. I'm so sexy. Was I sexier before when I was younger? Am I sexier now? You were sexier before when you were younger, Donald Trump. But you're still not sexy and you never fucking were. Good God. But like I said before, like, why? Why do people like this braggart? We all know people like this in real life. People that we hate. People that continuously brag on themselves. As the creator of the world's greatest show, I come in contact with these kind of people all the time. It's pathetic and lame. As one of the smartest people in human history, I can tell you exactly why they're doing this. It's because their entire personality is wrapped up into Donald Trump. And every time he brags on himself, to them, it is like he is bragging on them. They have nothing better going on in their life. I don't abide by no braggarts. Stay humble. Like, humility is one of my greatest strengths, in my opinion. So, I'm real proud of how humble I am. I wish you guys would learn how to be more like me. And then, little throwback, folks. Now that we know Donald Trump has been convicted of 34 counts, let's see what the Law and Order people were saying about it before he was convicted.
I don't care if he is in a jail cell. I am one of those people that will vote for him no matter what. Because
how do you feel about the concept of law and order in general?
I agree with law and order.
I'm for all the law and order, but I'm not going to answer your question about what I do if he was convicted, because then it would immediately lay bare what a fucking hypocrite I am, how I don't actually care about law and order whatsoever. I'm just morally grandstanding. I'm pretending to be a good person when in all actuality, I'm a giant fucking sack of shit who doesn't stand for anything.
I am 100%.
You feel that if he's convicted, though, that wouldn't change your mind?
He won't be convicted.
If he was.
But he won't.
But if he was.
He won't.
But if he was convicted.
He won't be convicted.
But if he was convicted.
It is impossible.
No, but I'm saying, what if he's found guilty?
He won't be.
But what if he is?
I'm not going to answer that question. He won't be.
But if a trial takes place and then he's found guilty, like, what if that happens?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question because then you know what a fucking hypocrite I am. I don't believe in law and order at all. I think the people that I like should be able to get away with crimes, and then any poor person, especially black, that did anything, stole a dollar bill, should go to jail forever. But I can't say that, so I'm not answering the question. Meanwhile, what MAGA is all about, folks, it's about romanticizing a past history that never actually existed. Case in point, Aleph says, it always depresses me to think about how California was basically paradise just 30 years ago and has been completely ruined. This is what they mean about MAGA, folks. Make America great again. Go back 30 years. Only, it turns out, the LA riots were 32 years ago. Falling down was made 31 years ago. The homicide rate in LA County was more than twice as high 30 years ago as it is today. Yep, that's what they want. They want to go back to medieval times. We can burn witches. They want to go back to before the civil rights era where they can lynch people. That's when America was great again to them, but they can't say so. Completely delusional in every fucking way. Meanwhile, shamelessness is their superpower, folks. There is no level they will not sink to. I cannot believe they are making me defend Joe Biden, whom I hate. But here they are on Fox News, folks, accusing him of getting all jacked up on secret drugs, I guess, to prepare himself for tomorrow's debate.
That Ronnie Jackson says Biden will have been at Camp David for a full week before the debate, and that they're probably experimenting with getting doses right, giving him medicine ahead of the debate. Is that what you think?
Yeah, they're probably experimenting, like Joseph Mengele. They're experimenting with all kinds of drug cocktails. I mean, I have no evidence. There's absolutely no proof of this, but that's probably what's happening, right? We're just asking questions. Isn't that what you think? They're hopping him up on goofballs?
Yeah, I think that, any patient that truly, or, elderly individual or someone that has dementia, they can find some moments of clarity, right? They can find moments throughout the day that they have energy. And I think that Trump's team should not underestimate Joe Biden and his team's ability to whether they're going to jack him up on Mountain Dew or whatever it is. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew and I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. Anarchy! I don't know what it is, but I love it. Holy God, they're such fucking parodies. But the reason they're doing this, folks, is so they can have their cognitive dissonance narrative that Joe Biden is a complete out-of-it zombie. He's a dead man walking who doesn't know where he is. But also, he's probably going to beat the shit out of Donald Trump in an intellectual debate. So, don't think about it. Both things are true at the same time somehow. It's drugs and whatnot. They got those secret drugs for the president, y'all. And meanwhile, I was reading this tweet, y'all. This went super viral. Another awesome day on this website where a post claiming that some guy's vape is actually a federal ID badge was retweeted more than 13,000 times. This is why they didn't want you to see the tapes. Fed disguised as a Trump supporter. Look at that, folks. And I'm looking at this picture and I'm thinking to myself, this guy has my exact vape. Look, he's holding my vape in his fucking hands. This is what he's got in his hand, folks. Look, that's what he's holding. He's holding a mod vape. But reality doesn't fucking matter to these people, folks. All that matters is their narrative. The people on January 6th were both heroes who are political prisoners and need to be pardoned immediately and let go. But also they're all Antifa and feds. And Nancy Pelosi was responsible for storming the Capitol. Both things true at the same time. Just don't allow yourself to think about it. Holy God. And then, little horn dog. Who's a little horn dog? Yeah, she's a pretty little horn dog, isn't she? It's deliberate, folks. As Bernie Sanders says, a shocking 44% of public school teachers are now quitting the profession within 5 years. Teachers are massively underpaid. 4 hedge fund managers make more than 120,000 kindergarten teachers combined. That's the whole point, though, folks. They're trying to demonize teachers, make them the bad guy so they can destroy public education. So they force a bunch of private schools to open that are then paid for by vouchers, by taxpayer money, so that taxpayers can pay for the indoctrination of children. It's the war on education to make the public dumber and dumber and dumber, because that's all conservatives can come up with to allow them to get future victories. We all know that facts have a left-leaning bias, and the more educated people are, the more likely they are to be progressive. And we can't have this, so we have to have the destruction of public schools, the destruction of our colleges, and nothing but propaganda, indoctrination, Christian school centers all across the country. And they're winning. What can you say? As you see here, 44% of public school teachers leaving immediately. They don't want to put up with it, and who the fuck would? And they don't give a shit about the kids, folks. Infant mortality rate rose 8% in wake of Texas abortion ban, study shows. And yes, what you don't have in your header is that these deaths are due to women being forced to carry pregnancies with several fetal abnormalities. So after giving birth, these babies suffered, then died. The incalculable cruelty to mothers and the babies themselves is what is truly criminal, but they don't give a fucking shit. They're not pro-life, they're anti-abortion. They don't give a shit if the kid dies. They don't give a shit about the babies once they're born. They just want to control your body. That's what it's all fucking about. Meanwhile, holy shit with the straw man arguments. I love it when posts like this go viral. It makes it fun to break them down. So let's break it down. Abby Libby, popular right-wing dipshit, says, there is no political home for decent, normal, conservative women anymore. I doubt very seriously you're decent, normal. You're probably conservative, though. The left hates us for being too feminine. Literally nobody on the left hates you for being too feminine. What the fuck you talking about? Just stupid. For liking traditional gender roles, literally nobody gives a shit if you like traditional gender roles. We do care if you're a bigot. If you equate all trans people with pedophiles. If you support bigoted politicians who pass laws that hurt both gays and transgender people. Yes, we're against that. We're against hatred against people who are not harming you in any way whatsoever. But you can like whatever fucking gender roles you want. Nobody gives a shit. For not liking our babies, well, you got me there. I do hate your baby. But don't blame every left-winger atheist because I hate your kid. And for thinking men can be good and women can be evil. Literally nobody on the left believes that men can't be good. In fact, one of the primary things I teach on this show is about positive masculinity. Toxic masculinity is not masculinity. In fact, toxic masculinity hurts men. The reason that we call out toxic masculinity is because we're trying to help men. This thing is not beneficial for them. This is why they have a much higher suicide rate. This is why they live less than women. This is why they, on average, more miserable. A lot of it is due to toxic masculinity. We love men. That's why we call it out. There's so many good examples of what it's like to be a fine man, a good male role model. Going to be several of them in the palate cleansers tonight. We have nothing against men or masculinity. You're just straw manning because you don't actually have a fucking argument. Then the second half is probably pretty true. The new right hates us for not being feminine enough. Probably. They want you barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. You can't have careers. No feminism whatsoever. That's kind of on you. For wanting to be treated with love by men. I mean, probably, yeah, they want you to shut the fuck up and make them a sandwich. For having bodies that are no longer porno perfect after having babies. I mean, true, there are transvestigators. They hate you if you're fat. They hate you if you don't embody the porn look that's very popular. And for thinking women are capable of good and men are capable of evil. So, I mean, you're right about conservatism, but that is your fault for being part of this immense dipshittery. Maybe you chose the wrong side, you fucking idiot. Just saying. And then, last but not least, on this trash planet, Lauren Boebert, of course, won the Republican primary because showing your big old boobs in a crowded theater with children and giving a hand job to your date on camera. Nothing to Christians, nothing to conservatives. Why would they care about that? They don't. All they know is she loves her some Donald Trump, and she's fiery, will spread every right-wing narrative you could possibly think of, no matter how stupid it is. And this is Colorado, folks.
They got legalized weed in Colorado. I thought you guys were supposed to be more left-wing, but nope. Fascism, ignorance, all across America, because this is who we are. And fuck this place. And that's my Shud Watch for tonight. People like a slutty conservative, I know, get out, right? Who could have possibly have ever seen that coming? Wrote it in late, I know, no forgiveness. Depends on if you super chat me or not. Get a real job, I know, right? I hate people that don't have real jobs, unlike me, babe. Trad wifery, try before you buy. Yep. Nobody's going to buy the cow. They can get the milk for free, and ladies, to them, you're all cows. So, mind your own business law. I wish such a thing existed, but then there'd be no politicians if we had that. And, all right, folks, get your super chats in. Don't leave me hanging. Going to read all the rest of them at the end of the what the fuck. But for now, it's time for... I know, wow, that's what I'm thinking. Trash world, it's a dumpster fire and it's hellish. Trash world, everything sucks all of the time in the trash world. And first off, on tonight's Trash World, Dr. Disrespect. So I'm not a big expert on Dr. Disrespect. Right? So from what I know, he's like kind of a chuddy right-wing dickhead that makes streaming videos. Used to make them on Twitch, but then he got banned for a mysterious reason that he pretended not to even know what it was. But this guy's like a 6'8" millionaire that wears his grandma's wig and bad Oakley shades or some shit. And makes millions of dollars streaming to juvenile delinquents. Well, it turns out he knew all along exactly why he got banned from Twitch. And it was because were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Yes, apparently. They got into some kooky shit that pushed the envelope a little bit too much. He was texting a minor while he was married, and they got fired from it. Knew all the fuck alone. And these are the people that are always like, trans people are the problem in society. The gays are trying to groom your children. It turns out a little bit, he seems to be trying to groom your children. I don't know, folks. Like I said, the texts haven't been revealed, so I don't want to lie and say I know more about this than I do. But everybody seems to be turned against him, folks. Sometimes lean too much in the direction of inappropriate is what he said. Bro went from doc to a pedophile. Everybody jumping off the bandwagon. He's like, don't worry, I'm going to come back, folks. And he does still have a pretty loyal fan base. He might make a partial recovery, but it seems like for the most part, his career is over. Don't know if we're ever going to see Dr. Disrespect again. And then all his buddies made videos. For some reason, they all made videos shirtless. Before we get there, apparently back in 2017, while this stuff was happening, he put out this video that's supposedly unrelated, talking about how he cheated on his wife, and he's real sad about it, but he seems like a real bad actor, to be honest with you. Here's Dr. Disrespect from 2017.
Hey, guys. Kind of having a little bit of an announcement. And I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. And I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful. And
fake.
And I'm probably going to be taking some time away, time off.
More than you think.
To focus on
grooming children? Anyway, seems fake to me. But like I said, all his buddies made videos. For some reason, they're all shirtless, denouncing him, jumping off the disrespect bandwagon. First off, like, I don't know any of these people. I'm just going to be honest. But apparently these are his chud-ass friends from the streaming world. Nick Merckx.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes.
It went weird
and look,
sometimes.
Just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird. But
it feels a little weird. Oopsies, a little weird. And then Tim Tatman also in the hot tub.
Wow. This is...
Never heard of you. Who the fuck are you?
Absolutely insane, bro.
So insane.
Everything I'm seeing.
Take it so seriously. You're in the hot tub while you're making this video.
I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years.
Longer than that girl he texted.
And seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there.
Anyway, long story short, they're all jumping off the bandwagon of Dr. Disrespect, and I gotta say, like, there is no excuse to ever be messaging a minor. Back 10, 15 years ago, when I started my channel, I had these thoughts that I was going to be like this role model in the atheist community. And back when I was real popular, I had all kinds of people that messaged me all the time. And they'd be like, I love your show. Thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for teaching me that my cult is not the right way of life. And sometimes they'd be kids. They'd be like, hey, I'm a big fan. Thank you. And I would just message everybody back. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, you're welcome. Keep up the good work, kid. Whatever. And it very quickly dawned on me that it doesn't matter how innocent what you're saying is. It is never, ever appropriate to be talking in DMs to a minor, ever. First off, you're only setting yourself up for being called out in the future. It doesn't matter, like I said, how innocent it is. All they have to say is, hey, remember when you were talking to me about DMs when I was 15? Boom. That's all it takes. Just the implication that you've done something wrong is stupid. And I know, like, this is a good message for you streamers out there. I know that if, like, somebody sends you a message that is a fan of yours, it's like, I really love your stuff. Thank you. You're a big inspiration. I know you feel like a dickhead not responding, but the best move is to not respond, period. Unless it's you're an immediate family member, there is never any time, zero, for when you should be talking to a minor in DMs. I actually have a rule that I've had for almost a decade. I don't answer DMs from anybody anymore unless they are somebody I know personally. If they're a stranger, you get ghosted. I don't respond to any DMs from any strangers, period. First off, like, you don't have any idea how old anybody is until you start talking to them and they tell you. So you could be talking to somebody without knowing it, and that's unacceptable. So my rules for the last 10 years has been, if you want to talk to me, you have to message me in public. If you want me to answer a question, you can ask me anything you want to, and I'll answer your questions, but it has to be done publicly. Like on Cult of Dusty One, on Twitter, you have to publicly message me, because if you keep everything in public, it keeps you safer. It keeps everybody safer, everybody up on the up and up. Everybody can see what the conversation is. Everybody can see what's happening, and it just makes sure that you don't get, involved in no weird shit. So if you're a streamer, that's 100% what I recommend for you. Can't talk to minors at all. Wow. I mean, you can't, though, in this day and age. And that's a good thing. Like, it took me a while to realize that that's a good thing, Back in the old days, you had, like, people that were mentors to kids that weren't their own children. But it seems like in this day and age, you can't really do that anymore. Especially unless you're at all times in public, doing everything out in the open. Nothing can be done behind closed doors, period. That is the rule. And it's a good rule, keeps everybody honest, keeps people from abusing their authority and their power over others. Commercial happened. Hell yeah. Got an ad. And is that why you're ignoring my dick pics? Yep, I ignore everything. If I don't know you, I don't respond. But if you respond to me in public, I'll fucking message you back. You mean Scoutmasters, youth preachers, all of that. Dusty, DM me some pics. I won't tell anyone. Nope. If I don't know you, you're not going to get a response out of me. Just send it publicly. And all right, next up on the trash world. Oh, shit. This is why conservatives want to become more like Russia, folks. Russia sentences 15-year-old schoolboy to 5 years for criticizing Putin regime and war against Ukraine. Yep. They want to end free speech here. You got so many Trump supporters saying they'd rather Vladimir Putin be president than Joe Biden. And this is what they mean. Lock our children up for speaking out. Can't have that. Fascism all the time. That's what they want in America. Meanwhile, here's an oldie but a goodie on this trash planet. You guys ever heard about the time that actress Jean Seberg supported the Black Socialist Black Panther Party? And the FBI wrote this memo proposing a plan to spread a rumor that her pregnancy had been fathered by a member of the Black Panthers, and she lost her baby and killed herself after the FBI monitored her and wiretapped her for years. Yeah, an actual FBI memo. Bureau permission is requested to publicize the pregnancy of Jean Seberg, well-known movie actress, by Black Panther BPP by advising Hollywood gossip columnists in the Los Angeles area of the situation. It is felt that the possible publication of Seberg's plight could cause her embarrassment and serve to cheapen her image with the general public. It is proposed that the following letter from a fictitious person be sent to a local columnist. I was thinking about you and I remembered I still owe you a favor. So I was in Paris last week and ran into Jean Seberg, who was heavy with baby. I thought she and Romain had gotten together again, but she confided the child belonged to redacted of the Black Panthers. One redacted. The dear girl is getting around. Anyway, I thought you might get a scoop on the others. Be good, and I'll see you soon. So, yep, this is what our own government is doing, folks. Behind the scenes, working against their own citizens. Racism. It's part of the structure of this country. Always has been. Hopefully, won't always will be. Meanwhile, on the trash world, Porch Pirates. I've been talking about porch pirates in the last couple of shows. Need to have tougher laws against porch pirates. That's why I have all my packages delivered to the UPS store. I'm like friends with them now. I mean, they secretly hate me because I get a lot of stuff delivered over there, but they're all real nice to me when I go over there. Anyway, apparently this porch pirate decided to steal some Victoria's Secrets clothing. Let's see how this privileged bitch handles a visit from the police.
And I wouldn't care, but it's like $400 worth of stuff. So that's their front porch. There's the package. Okay, I went to the side door and I knocked. A younger girl came to the door, probably close to my size, and I asked for it. They gave me all these, we weren't even home, blah, 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 blah. And then she said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to call the police. She goes, well, you can call Victoria's Secret. And I never once said where it was from.
Hello. Hi. So does anybody have any idea about this package that got delivered here?
No, when we got home, there was nothing there. And I don't know.
I'm giving you guys the opportunity, if you guys did take it, to just give it back. Because if you don't, I'm going to do a theft report, and all three of you are going to be listed as suspects.
We had nothing to do with this.
Thank you. She's going to make sure that all the stuff is in here.
Oh, suddenly. Oh, we did have it somehow.
Horseshoes and...
I suspect whoever has them knows what fire they are.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Megan.
All right, Megan. You have one chance to get the stuff. You have 5 items still missing. Or
okay,
you want to jail for
they're
theft.
missing the stuff, man. What do I do? What about Victoria's Secret? I go to jail for a year package having missing items for Victoria's Secret?
That's why you don't take in packages that don't belong to you.
Do you understand why people are? I mean, there's. Stop! I'm talking.
Would you all shut the
up? Separate you.
Their daughter is definitely a meth addict.
No, I'm not coming down with cops. I don't trust
you. No, you are.
Why am I going to jail? Stop.
Come on.
No, what? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Why am I going to jail? She won't shut up. Why are they taking me to jail?
We're not taking you to jail. We're detaining you right now until we figure this all out.
I just moved back in from my boyfriends. We broke up.
Would you just like grab them all and
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So you're sure there wasn't a mistake?
Can I go double check my drawer? Because she doesn't know what she's looking for. I could probably tell if anything
I know what
is
I
in
stole.
there.
I thought but you just said for sure nothing in there.
I can go double check because I shoved them in there.
Not the only place she shoved them.
Mom, go check my drawer. Go check my drawer. No, can I go check my drawer? I promise you I can probably find them.
Oh, you remember where it's at now?
No, I said they're deep.
Let's go look.
Can you take this out?
Let's go. No, you're staying in the cuffs. Let's go look.
Can you go with her? Mom, can she go with me?
Let's go. We'll all go. How about that? It'll be a big family party. Come on.
Please stop. You're probably not going to get in any trouble now because you gave them everything and one thing's missing from that order.
Chairman, it was missing.
All right, so she still wants a desired prosecution for the one item that's missing.
Are you kidding me? I don't have it.
She does have it.
Listen.
The thing is, we had to go through all of this just to even get the package
I
back.
told her what is going to happen. Ask her if it's a pink pair of underwear. Ask her
We'll
if
deal
it's a
with all
pink
that.
pair of underwear. Ask her. I'm wearing them. Oh, my wrist. Ask her if it's a pink pair of underwear. I'll take them off.
She don't want it.
I have them.
Those are yours now.
Can you please tell her?
Enjoy those in prison.
Ma'am, I have them.
Too late.
When am I being taken to jail for?
Oh, I want what? What could it possibly be? What? I don't even know.
Can you please tell that lady my mom gave me the pink pair of underwear? Ask her if those are it. Can you ask her before you take me in?
Nope.
Can you? Sir, can you?
Or set.
So enjoy prison, you fucking moron. That is methed up. Don't steal shit, folks. I still gotta return this letter. Remember this letter I got a couple shows ago that wasn't supposed to be delivered to me? I still haven't taken it back yet, but I'm going to. I didn't open it. So that's good. That's good of me. And folks, about to bankrupt. Where is this? Allegheny County, even more. Lawsuit seeks damages against former deputy. Yep, deputy sued for $5 million. Punched man 12 times in the head during arrest, causing brain bleed and broken jaw. Deputy not charged, hired by another department. That's what always happens.
A Covington man is suing a former Allegheny County Sheriff's deputy for $5 million after what he claims was an excessive use of force. Video of his arrest obtained by our target.
Doesn't look like he's resisting to me. He just laying there, slam his head to the ground, punch him in the face. But what a racket. They get to abuse us and they get to charge us for their abuse. And then they get to go get another job at another precinct like nothing ever fucking happened.
17 shows the officer repeatedly punching the man until he is covered in blood.
Gene, this all happened back in
Got
March
his
of 20.
head pinned to the ground, beating his face in, wanting him to resist. I mean, you got to try to protect yourself. If your face is on concrete, somebody's punching you, caving your head in, you have to try to block it. But that's what they want you to do. They want you to try to defend yourself. They can claim you're resisting and beat you even more because this is what they get off on. They're sexual sadists. And just like the pro-Zionist Israeli government, they own us and they fucking get off on it knowing that they can abuse us and make us pay for it. Just like AIPAC, using our own money to buy up our government, controlling us with our own fucking money. Meanwhile, in Seattle...
What are you reporting for?
I just see you in a bikini and inside a gas station. That's why I'm just wondering why.
This is the Blade. We selling ass over here, so you can put your camera there.
Okay.
I ain't got no shame in my game.
She be selling ass over there. She ain't got no shame in her game. I mean, she clearly should have some shame, maybe a scooch of shame, but no shame in her game. And she thinks she's black too, but that's fine. You can think you're black. That's all good.
Here, so you can put your camera there.
Okay.
I ain't got no shame in my game. You're being hurt. The fuck? I'll break your phone.
I dare you to run in those heels. I'd love to see you. Oh, shoot.
Scary. I'd stay out of that fucking neighborhood. Then he walks around the corner and there's more zombies. Oh, zombie
Wow,
there.
you fast.
They are selling ass in that neighborhood.
Oh, my. Woo.
So this guy makes propaganda films for Christians.
North Seattle is lost. Oh, my gosh.
But there are crazy videos.
Let me see this fella. Hey, bro. Hey, man, you okay?
Clearly, he's fine.
You okay, man? What are you on, blues?
Tip tops. He's on blues, the reds, the greens.
You on blues?
Ultraviolets.
Now, you can't stay on the street, man. It's an alley. Someone's going to, like,
Not the
hit
yellows,
you.
though.
Can we at least get you off the side of the street?
Hell no, leave him alone. He's good. He's perfect. The picture of
Hey,
hell.
bro, we got to get you on the side of the street there, man. All right?
He's already on the side of the street.
Come on. What, you going to roll?
No. He wants you to fuck
No,
off.
man, I got to pick you up, man.
Don't pick him up. Mind your business. Let that man do his drugs in peace. Anyway, yeah, well, Parv, this is all the right-wing bullshittery. Not falling for it. Everything you guys have ever tried to do has exacerbated the problem. Don't fucking lie. And all right, that is my trash world. Hell yeah, fentanyl. Yep, never did the fentanyl. That's one drug I do not do. I did do, I smoked weed yesterday though. Hell yeah, one of you heroes who will not be mentioned but has a big black. Anyway, that Thank you. You know who you are. I had a joint and enjoyed it very much. It's been a while since I smoked weed. It's been a couple months, I think, since I smoked weed. And man, I had no dreams last night. Killed my dreams. Even though I don't like that, I like having dreams, but I did enjoy smoking weed after my hard day working on my truck yesterday. So thank you. Humanity is doomed. Doomed as doom could be, I must say. Doing the wrong drugs, that's for sure. PCP or res, uppers, downers. All of it. Isn't he the guy that killed someone in a video? Oh, I don't know. Did he kill somebody? Holy shit, didn't hear about that. I haven't smoked weed in like 9 months. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with abstaining for a while or forever. You know, weed is just not a very hard drug. It's very easy to quit. I don't know how anybody goes to rehab for fucking weed. I think you're just lying and you just want to go to a social club to be unemployed for a couple weeks, because just quit smoking. Like, that's what I do. You want to quit weed? Just don't do it. Done. Easy. I might take a gummy later. I might take a gummy myself later. Hells yeah. And all right, folks, last chance to get your super chats in and immortalize yourself and make sure that you don't disappear into the inky void of non-existence forever before we read it at the halftime. But for now, it's time for What in the F? WTF question mark, WTF exclamation point. First off, other nights, what the fuck? This probably should have gone in the trash world, but it's all trash world in this show, folks. A white couple from rural West Virginia adopted black children and kept them in their barn to live as slaves. Okay, let's check out this story. It's horrifying. West Virginia judge revokes bond of white couple who reportedly kept their black adopted children locked in a shed with despicable conditions with no water, lights, and little food. A white couple from rural West Virginia is back behind bars after a judge revoked the initial bond and raised it to $500,000 apiece. They had a bond of $400,000 apiece, and they somehow made the bond, folks. They had black folks, their black children, living in a shed, pissing in a bucket, and somehow they managed to raise, I guess, 10%. Is that what it is? So $40,000 for their bond. And so the judge revoked it. More than double the amount they faced last year when police arrested their pair on charges of locking their adopted black children in a barn and forcing them to work as slaves. Donald Ray Lance, 63, and Jean K. Whitefeather, 62, both of Seasonville, were ordered to reappear in Kahanawa County Court on June 11th, more than 8 months after each posted a $200,000 bond following their arrest in October. How do they afford that? At the time, police conducted a wellness check, crazy cats, at the Cheyenne Lane home, were shocked to discover 2 of the couple's 5 adopted children were living in deplorable conditions, padlocked inside a ramshackle storage shed on the back of the property, which had no working lights or running water. The abused children were identified only as a 14-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl. A third child, identified as a 9-year-old girl, was confined to a loft inside the main house, away from the presence of the adults and isolated from her other siblings, police said. Along with human trafficking and neglect with serious risk of bodily injury or death, I don't find the bond to be sufficient, so they revoked their bond. Holy God. Just trash, trash, trash humans. A lot of really, really fine people sign up for foster care, but a lot of real trash people who are just trying to make money and abuse children also do it. It's a horrible fucking system. Not enough accountability, in my opinion. Meanwhile, did you guys read this crazy story about a woman who decided to go jogging in a French safari park that's supposed to be for cars only? You know, these safari parks where you're supposed to have your windows rolled up and you roll through there and there's like wild animals, but you don't ever get out of your car. And she's like, hey, I'm gonna go jogging through this motherfucker. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, she's in critical condition. So don't do that, I guess, is the lesson to learn from this story. She got attacked by wolves who didn't appreciate her being there. So it seems like a bad idea to me. Meanwhile, you guys see this story. Now, I don't know if this is true. It's on the internet, so I assume it is not. But anyway, the title of this is, Man Wins $4 million at a Marina Bay, Singapore casino, then has cardiac arrest from the excitement and dies. You know what they say? House always wins. I stole that from Reddit. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like a heart attack when you win $4 million. Stole that from Reddit too. I'm a thief, motherfucker. Oh, I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. Not really, I'm fine. And all right, I don't know if that's true or not. What you guys think?
Looks like he not having a good time anyway, regardless. And then one more on the what the fuck. And this one I do know is real. This actually happened. So this dude about to get mugged, kidnapped, something by dudes with guns. But he got a girlfriend, and she is ride or die. So here he is. He's walking, and the guy's going with the guns. Like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, motherfucker, we got guns. We own you. We're the captain now. Come with us. So they start dragging him, and the guy's got a flashlight. And he's like, don't shoot me. Next thing you know, his woman come out with a machine gun. They're like, get the fuck out of here. She got a machine gun. Hell yeah. Never bring your old cat pistols to a machine gun fight. Now that's a woman right there. Put a ring on that finger. All of them. Put 10 rings and 10 on her toes just to be safe. But don't piss her off. And that is my what the fuck for tonight. Hell yeah. Killed it. And folks, I have a Patron site. It's patreon.com/podcast, but if you look at the description of this video, there's a more button that pops it down, and the very first link is to my Patreon. You click on that, and the very first link is to become a member. Could you please consider, could you look deep into your heart of hearts and consider becoming a member of my Patreon account? It's whatever you can afford. You don't get nothing. Like, you get a lot of stuff. You get like hundreds and hundreds of hours of free content that I've made exclusively for the patrons. In fact, we do a show after this show called the Afterparty, which is actually the real show. All of this you're watching right now is just real bullshit. This is just a fake show that sets up the real show. So buy yourself a ticket. Please join me on my Patreon. It helps me fund my animal sanctuary. We rescue dogs and cats that are about to be euthanized, and we give them forever homes, like CC, and we have a whole herd of dogs on the other side of the house. And also, I work on the show. It's the only way I make money for my Patreon, for the super chats. I don't buy anything. I don't sell anything. I don't con anybody out of money. I just make content, give it all away for free, and it's 100% user supported. So if you guys like what I do, if you watch it pretty often and you want to support it, please consider supporting my Patreon. You might even not notice a couple bucks a month here, but it means a lot to me. It all adds up, and you'll feel good about yourself. So thank you for letting me commercialize you for a second there. And all right, let's read the super chats. Lifeblood of the show, super chats. I'm gonna try a different way tonight. Look over here. I just noticed that there's a fan funding drop down. Boom. I'm gonna see if this shit works. But let's move me over the fuck out the way. Nope, wrong one, Dusty. Not that one. This one. There you go. Boom. Now, let me read the super chats that are over here. First off, I got a letter. It's time for viewer mail. Viewer mail. All right, let's see. This one is from Ryland Jeremiah. All right, I haven't opened it yet. Hopefully it is not anthrax. All right, boom. We got a letter and a card. We got another card inside the letter. It says... Oh, okay. It's a wedding invitation. All right, wedding invitation. Together with their families, Rylan and Sabrina request the honor of your presence on their wedding day, August 24, 2024, ceremony at 1 p.m. Arrive at least 12:30 or before. It's in Indiana. That's a ways away. The community building. Any questions? Call RSVP. All right, cool. Thank you for inviting me. All right, let's see what the letter says. Oh, $10. Hell yeah. My favorite gift, $10. I love money. I love money. Hero shit. All right, the letter says, hey, Dusty. We had a few extra wedding invitations. Figured I would send you one as a token of appreciation for all the content you made over the years. Don't worry, I don't expect you to come. It is kind of a long drive, but I do appreciate the invitation. I started watching your videos a lot years ago, in which helped me at the time make sense of all religious nonsense that made excuses for horrible people at the time. Your influence made a huge impact on my life and morality. Keep up the good work, and always remember, we can be heroes just for one day. Billy Idol, hell yeah, appreciate you. See, I feel bad because people send me messages like this all the time in private, and I don't respond to any of it because for reasons I just went over, but you feel like a piece of shit too. But I don't know what else to do about that situation. But very generous. Thank you for the $10, and thank you for the invitation, Rylan. And I hope you guys have an awesome wedding. I'm sure you deserve it. And all right, let's read the super chats. Rebecca Boy starting us out, $20. Very generous, Rebecca Boys. Looking forward to catching up with you and the best community on YouTube. See you Thursday. Love the after party too. Hell yeah, gotta see you there. Appreciate you, you hero. And holy shit, speaking of heroes, Dow World Panda coming in huge to be the super chat heavyweight champion of the world tonight.
Dower Panda says, won't be able to make it tonight. Hey, you're forgiven instantly. Instant forgiveness. But I was thinking about you. I'm thinking about you right now. Have a great night. Much love. Hey, much love to you, everybody. Super duper amazing love to Dower Panda, my Facebook friend. Appreciate you. That's so generous. And I look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow, Dower. Agent Orange, I love the chat summary. Says that the chatters are trying to explain to Dusty that he can use water for coolant. Remember Fat Stack on Friday? I know, right? I know, but you got to use distilled only. I already fucked it up. All the minerals from the drinking water, can't use that shit. And what's going to lube my truck up if I use water? It's got to be lubed, y'all. My truck don't like raw dog, all right? My truck freaky like that. So thank you for your opinions, but I got to go with ChatGPT on this one. Hello from Ohio, Dusty. Hello to you, Basset Hound Gang. 10 socialisms from hero-ass Mitchell Guide. Everybody who got a ticket to tonight's after party, give Mitchell Guide some love and show up tonight. Janelle Smith, $20, very generous. A little something for the kiddies from my baby Charlie, Aurora, Azriel, that's some Smurf motherfucking shit, Melly, and Rutabaga, and a bunch more strays. I feed and fix. Hey, you're awesome. Please keep up the good work and thank you for your kindness. You amazing hero. 5 from V. My anxiety is kicking my ass today. Need a dosage of floating kitties to chill. Thanks for providing, Dusty. Let's see if any of them show up. Any of you kitties want to show up? Anybody want to impromptu kitty party? There you go. There you go. I see some, there's a couple of them. We got Misty back. Mr. Penguin back. You guys remember Mr. Penguin? Old school. And CC. 3 new cats. Hell yeah. That's what we do. 3 new cats. Rocket 6923 $10 says, you may have covered this already, but did you see Brianna Wu's signal boosting for the alt-right YouTuber Lauren Southern? I mean, she's made a complete 180 turn and became a right-wing grifter in order to justify the murder of children from Zionist Israel. So she's garbage. And yes, I have seen her fall as far as anybody could possibly fall in a very short time. It's such a shame to see. BBC! Sorry that I'm late. I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, no problem, dude. You were definitely forgiven. Just flew in. Love you all. I hope you enjoyed the candy and the tea. Fuck yeah, I did. Had a great time. Here's my kitty cash penance for my tardias. I'm going to hit it tonight, smoke a little bit, and watch Furiosa, the new Mad Max movie. They have a decent copy of it for legal purchase. So I'm going to watch that tonight. Hell yeah, looking forward to it. For Israel, the tail is indeed wagging the dog. Yep, it's so donezo in this country. They roll us. Nothing we can do about it, I guess, but be part of the resistance. The rebellion has begun. And my big truck broke down on NJTV. You help. Yep, sorry. Sorry, Vincent. I'm not good enough at trucks to help you fix that yet. Don't put water in it. I can tell you that much. My brother lives near a Meridian. I'm near your age. Want to visit you. Have some drinks. Same now on Facebook. All right. I live in Grenada, Mississippi. If you guys ever come through Grenada, Mississippi, you can message me in public and say, hey, Dusty, I'm coming through Grenada, Mississippi, and we can have lunch on you at the Mexican restaurant, and we can drink margaritas together. I make that open offer to anybody who comes through Grenada, Mississippi. I'm here for you guys if you want to hang out for a couple hours, an hour, whatever, and chat with me. Just dropping in to drop some coin. Catch on the replay. Hell yeah, Paul Jeffries. That's the way to do it. That's some hero shit. If you can't make it live, donate, then dip. See you later. And Cole James. Woo! Love me some Cole James. Peace to you, Cole James. Hope you're doing well out there, you awesome son bitch. Anthony Cannon, $10. Hope you're doing well. I might. Dustman, getting my art ready for this year's Pride Fest test. Artist market here in Louisiana. Totally confident in my work. Also, here's some books for the fur folk. Hey, cool. Send me some examples of your work on the Twitters. I'll have a look. Appreciate that. Thank you for donating tonight. BBC 5 socialisms from fucking hero BBC. Does the undercarriage match the drapes? I don't know what that means. And Jason Ashby, 1, 2, count on 2 socialisms. You rock, Jason. Sending love from Australia. Hey, what up, mate? The shrimp on the Barbie and all that, you future motherfucker. Good to see you. And Boop says, Raggets. Boop, back to you, Raggets. Appreciate you. And all right, thanks for all that donated tonight. Very generous, especially Dollar Panda. Appreciate you. And if you guys want to get your super chats in, still plenty of time to get them in before the end of the show. Going to read all the rest of them at the end, so do it, and immortalize yourself on the world's finest program forever and ever. But for now, it's time for Raise Your Power Fist. Everybody raise your power fist. Not so it cuts off for some reason. Lower, boom, there we go. Raise your power fist because it's time to free Palestine. And first off, on tonight's Free Palestine. Still going on, folks. Still got to cover it. Still got to put my spotlight on it. On top of the staggering number of kids killed, orphaned, left, amputees, and injured, 20,000 more children are either lost or buried under the rubble. Horrific update from the Save the Children today. Gaza's missing children, over 20,000 children estimated to be lost, disappeared, detained, buried under the rubble, or in mass graves. So when we find out the scale of this, when it's all said and done, it's going to be much, much, much worse than anybody knows. Funded by you and me, forced by Joe Biden and our government that has been completely taken over. And here is who's taking them over, folks. They flew this guy into America on a private jet this week, this fucking war criminal. Here's a Jewish defense minister, Yoav Gallant, who says, I have ordered a complete siege on Gaza. No electricity, no food, no fuel, no water, everything is closed. We are fighting human animals, and we act accordingly. So yeah, complete siege, starving to death, no access to any kind of infrastructure. But I dare you say from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. That's against the law in America because we're not in America anymore. We're the United States of Israel, where we're ruled by these fucking cavemen, these ancient fucks, these people that believe in fairy tales from thousands of years ago and believe that this monstrous God from their fictional books chose them to rule us. And that's who our government is sold out to. Meanwhile, citizens from all over America jumping on planes to go over to Israel and murdered brown children and claiming that they're fucking heroes for doing it. This guy's from Pennsylvania, has no reason to be over there.
What's your name, brother?
Isaac Nadoff.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When I got out of the Army 12 years ago, I went back to America for about 8 years.
And I was like, I can't believe I'm not killing people. I sure miss the bloodlust. I sure miss murdering children. Where in the world can I go where I can be a psychopath and murder children? Oh, that's right, Israel. Israel will take anybody. Let me just go over to Israel. I bet they'll put me on the front line to murder people in their indigenous lands. Super cool, you amazing sack of shit. Whatever happens to you is well fucking deserved.
And I came back. I was here for Sukkot this past year. I was on base up north. I went to visit some friends. When woke up in the morning, saw what was going on. In 3 or 4 hours, I texted my dad. I told him I'm not coming home.
Not coming home? There's too many kids to be murdered here. I love Israel more than I love America. We must murder children, more of them. We're such heroes for doing it. Just good God. And yep. Breaking, Indian-made artillery shell explodes inside the barrel of an Israeli howitzer, killing 3 IDF soldiers. So as usual, a moment of silence. All right, next up. Did you guys know that the river that Jesus was supposedly, Jesus was probably a fictional character, but the river that he was supposedly baptized in was dried up and all the water stolen by Israel? Yeah, they hate you, Christians. They hate your fairy tales. They hate your myths. They hate your God. They hate you. They hate all goodness. I visited the site of Jesus' baptism and learned something shocking. The Jordan River is dry. Its water flow is 2% of its former level. Since the 1960s, Israel's national water carrier has diverted water from the Sea of Galilee. A puddle remains where Jesus was baptized. This reduction has destroyed the river's ecosystem, degraded the environment, shattered biodiversity, and shrunk the Dead Sea, which is fed by the Jordan River. Jordan is one of the most water-scarce countries in the world, with the natural recharge of groundwater aquifers depleted and a reduction in rainfall due to climate change. Jordan is dependent on importing water from Israel to meet its needs. So this is how they do. They control you with water, folks. They steal your water and they sell it back to you.
I made a visit to the site of Jesus' baptism today on the eastern bank of the River Jordan and learned something truly shocking. Since the 1960s, Israel's national water carrier has been diverting water from the Sea of Galilee in the north to the arid regions in southern Israel. The river's water flow has reduced from 1.3 billion cubic meters to just 20 million at present, less than 2% of what it used to be. This reduction has destroyed the river's ecosystem, degraded the environment, shattered biodiversity, and shrunk the Dead Sea, which is fed by the Jordan River.
All about control.
When I arrived at the site where Jesus was baptized, this is what I found. It's a puddle.
There you go, Christians.
If Jesus were alive today, there's no way he could be baptized here. Apart from this,
they look at you as the suckers you are, really. They look at you as fodder to feed upon. And you guys have such a humiliation fetish. You just lay down and bend over and spread those cheeks over and over and over again. Keep sending your money to them. Keep supporting your haters, your abusers, Christians. Your fucking jokes. Meanwhile, another Zionist using Scientology tactics. This is what they do, folks. They assault you and then claim you assaulted them in order to play the victim.
Don't touch me.
Don't you touch me.
Why do you touch me?
Why are you hitting my phone with
Don't
this?
touch me, faggot.
Why are you hitting my phone? Oh, what the fuck? Wow, you hit me.
Don't touch me.
Wow, you hit me.
Super classy as always. They think they can abuse you and get away with it. And they're right. Like we showed on the last show, the cops will just stand there, watch them punch you in the face, pull your hair, drag you to the ground, attack you with a mob, and do zero about it. You're lucky they'll arrest you because they know who their owners are. Meanwhile, I can't remember if this is new or not. This looks old, but there's so many of these people, it's hard to keep track. This one was just posted recently again, so June 26th. Says, an Israeli tourist behaves defiantly and insults pro-Palestinian protesters in Tokyo. So all over the world, Zionists throwing tantrums. She go do her tantrum stomp. I dare you guys want to stop the children from being murdered. We get to murder whoever we want to because of the Holocaust. The Holocaust. Euro, Jason Ashby. This hasn't even happened yet. In fact, I just found out. What's that? It's going to happen 10 minutes from now? Yeah, it's going to happen 10 minutes. What are you going to do? Argue with your own eyes or the fake person in my earpiece? Don't mess with me. Meanwhile, big shocker, folks. Report from The Guardian shows Israel paid for propaganda campaign to pretend peace protests on college campuses were anti-Semitic, and then uses it as an excuse to shut down criticism of Israel. It was a giant lie that almost all American politicians and media participated in. Yeah, they didn't care if it was a lie, though. They got paid to participate in it. We know this is how it works. This is how they shut down our free speech. They literally take our money that they lobbied and were given, and then use that money to lobby, and then use that money to pay for instigators to shut down peaceful protest, so we're not allowed to speak out against them. We're not allowed to tell the truth, to make laws that punish us if we speak out against them, because they control this country. We are not America anymore. We are the United States of Zionism, completely taken over. And nobody that calls themselves a patriot gives a shit. And speaking of sellouts, here's ogre, stroke of race, John Fetterman, standing next to war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu, sucking those Zionist nuts as he justifies the murder of thousands of children.
We've been through dire times in these months of anguish war.
Yeah, you've been through dire times, right?
And during that time, I can say that Israel has had no better friend
than John Fetterman.
Than Senator John Fetterman.
Yeah, no shit.
Senator, welcome to Israel.
Biggest sellout in the world. He got a paid trip to Israel, paid vacation. They're going to pour more AIPAC money on top of him. Sell out even more, you fat fucking ogre.
Your courageous statements that show moral clarity.
Moral clarity. Justifying the murder of tens of thousands of children, the destruction, genocide, and ethnic cleansing of an entire people is moral clarity. This is the world we're living in, folks. This is what gets rewarded. The gaslighting never stops.
And moral courage.
Moral courage.
You just say it the way it is. And we appreciate this friendship at all times, but especially at these times. So welcome, friend.
This is why the young people don't believe in politics anymore. This is why they're abandoning the political process. This is the Democrats, folks. It's not just the Republicans. We don't have to wait for Donald Trump to destroy democracy in America. It is already fucking gone.
Well, we stand with Israel through this.
You can barely talk.
I'm so sorry for what's been done to this nation.
I'm so sorry for what's been done to this nation, which is 500% or more safer than the place that I live right now. Meanwhile, has the 6th happiest populace on earth, has socialized medicine and free health care. I'm so sorry we paid for you guys to be so happy and safe while our citizens suffer and die.
But I'm just an honor to be here today.
Yeah, lick his balls more, you sack
I
of
look forward
shit.
to visiting you in Washington.
I bet you do. I look forward to coming over there and speaking to the people that I own. And you will. He's coming. Meanwhile, at least, well, we're not there yet, folks. I was going to get into some Mediasan, but that's coming up. Here's how the Biden administration treats us, folks. The gaslighting never stops. So here is a White House spokesperson, Miller, going to claim that he has no idea what the Hannibal Directive is. Something that I've spoke about many times. The Hannibal Directive, as you may already know, is a directive that Israel has passed, or it goes by, that says they are allowed to kill their own hostages. If the other side takes hostages from Israel, it's okay to kill them to make sure that they are not used against Israel. Their death is more important than their lives being used against Israel, so it's okay to kill them. And we know they've rescued 4 and they've killed over 40. We know on October 7th they killed tons of their own Israeli people themselves. Anybody who knows anything about Israel knows what the Hannibal Directive is, especially somebody who is working for the government, somebody whose job is literally to talk about the hostages, who is literally to talk about Israeli policies and the U.S. government's relationship to Israel. There is a 0% chance that this man does not know exactly what the Hannibal Directive is, but they do not work for us. They work for Israel, and they will stand up and they will lie to us directly to our fucking faces, even when they know that we know they're lying. They don't give a shit.
You talk about the hostages. Israel has a Hannibal Directive in which it has orders in place to kill at least its own soldiers, lest they fall into the hands of Palestinian groups. And there's substantial reporting that in fact, was utilized on October 7th, not just against Israeli soldiers, but against civilians. Are we not now in a situation where Israel may be using the Hannibal Directive, not just on Israelis, civilians and military, but on U.S. citizens and other foreign nationals?
So I am not familiar in any way with either that supposed directive or those reports. And so
you've never heard of the Hannibal?
Certainly would not want to comment on it.
You've never heard of the Hannibal
Sean,
Directive?
Do you want to? I thought you wanted to go out of the region.
Sure. Julian Assange.
Yeah.
Not going to answer that question. Just gaslighting. They don't give a fuck, folks. Literally using the Hannibal Directive to kill American citizens, but their loyalty is not with America. Their loyalty is 100% with Israel, and it doesn't matter how many Americans Israel kill. They don't fucking give a shit. And I wish I had better news for you, folks. I wish I could say the resistance was winning. I wish I could say the rebellion was standing some kind of chance, but it's exactly what I already told you. One of the few people actually speaking out against Israel, one of the few people that refuses to take AIPAC money, Jamaal Bowman was defeated, handily defeated, in a race where AIPAC spent more money than has ever been spent on any primary in the history of the country, folks. George Latimer, the AIPAC handpicked candidate, won 54.8 to 45.2 because it is nearly impossible to get elected in this world anymore if you are decent in any way whatsoever. Easily one of the more bleak things I've seen. AIPAC spent millions of dollars to oust Bowman, making it the most expensive primary in country history, and it worked. Everything about this system is evil and does not work. And it's a true fucking story, folks. And the news media immediately went out to spin this to defend AIPAC, to gaslight us. The Nation says it's easy to blame Bowman's loss primarily on AIPAC, but that would be as misleading as it is for them to claim credit. The real story here is much more straightforward. It's very straightforward. They spent more money on this primary than any other in history. Basically, what they used to spend on a presidential race, they spent on a primary. This is not even the main head-to-head matchup between a Republican and Democrat. These are two Democrats in the primary. More than has ever been done, folks. That's how worried they were that somebody that was not pro-Israel might get elected. And they completely own our country. They completely own our politicians. And here's Liz Smith. Liz Smith writes for the New York Times. Democratic strategists. This is Democratic, folks. Comparing Jamaal Bowman and Jamaal Bowman supporters to the Tiki Torch white supremacist from Charlottesville. We kicked out Jamaal Bowman. The GOP is renominating Donald Trump. Yeah. Isn't that the same thing, folks?
Isn't not wanting children to be murdered by Israel, isn't not wanting a foreign government to completely take over your government the same thing as being a white supremacist? But both sides are bought and paid for. All our news media bought and paid for. Sold out in every fucking possible way. America gone. And yet Republicans also celebrating the defeat of Bowman. One-Eyed Jack Dan Crenshaw. Breaking news. Jamaal Bowman wins renomination. Oh, wait. False alarm. Ha, 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 ha. It's amazing. They love AIPAC. They love their owners, folks. They love bending over and getting paid to be the whores they are. Meanwhile, Cori Bush putting out a statement, $20 million. That was the staggering price tag put on unseating Jamaal Bowman. A black former middle school principal and a transformative, effective, progressive legislator unafraid to challenge the status quo and stand up for regular, everyday people. My brother in service is the true representation of transformational leadership and brings the hope, change, love for all humanity and the power of everyday people from our communities to Congress each and every day. AIPAC and their allies, backed by far-right Donald Trump mega-donors, poured a tidal wave of cash into this primary race, showing us just how desperate these billionaire extremists are in their attempts to buy our democracy, promote their gain, and silence the voices of progress and justice. There should be no question about the need to get big money out of politics, but it will never be done. Money is free speech in this country, and our rulers are never going to fucking let it happen. We are owned. It is all over. The only thing that will save us is the complete destruction of this country, in my opinion, at this point. Meanwhile, even Germany has done so, folks. Germany now requiring applicants for citizenship to declare Israel's right to exist. You must declare yourself a Zionist in Germany, a country that has nothing to do with Israel's right to exist, has zero to do with Germany any fucking way, but you must declare your allegiance to Israel. Because they don't just own America, folks. Zionists own the whole Western world right fuck now. Very depressing. This is what we're part of the resistance against. This is what we're rebelling against. You might own these countries, you might own the government, but you do not own all of us. There are some of us that will stand up against you. We won't fucking go quietly. We won't bow down, and we won't fucking take your money. We will resist. Meanwhile, now China somehow is morally superior to the United States, at least on this particular topic. Breaking China calls for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Way to lose the moral high ground to China, Joe Biden. At the same time, over in Israel, apparently Israel's top court has ruled that ultra-Orthodox Jews must be drafted into military and blow to Netanyahu. This is something the far-right, terrorist, religious, extremist government has tried to prevent happening. They want to lie to us and tell us that Israel is a secular democracy, but nothing could be further from the truth. It is a religious, extremist, apartheid theocracy. It's so crazy over there that part of the country is forced to go into military service, while the other part, if you're religious, if you're a certain type of religious, you completely get out of it. You don't have to fucking do anything, which is like if you drafted everybody in this country to go to war except for Catholics. Oh, Catholics, they get out of it because that's who rules you. That would mean the Catholics rule the government, and we know who rules the government. Of course, they say this won't change much. They're still fighting back against this. Maybe a few more will be drafted, but not really. So, yeah, a different set of rules for if you're a religious extremist in Israel. Of course there is. Meanwhile, at least, folks, we have some of the best that are part of the resistance. People like Mehdi Hassan, king amongst us all. An orator out of my league, that's for sure. In a complete league of his goddamn own. Here he is destroying one of our politicians with just basic childlike questions. And this is how every interview needs to be done, folks. You don't let them wiggle out of not answering the question. If they don't answer, you ask again. You force them to answer, because the more they refuse to answer, the more it proves what a fucking sellout weasel they are. King shit.
So this bill you voted for, most Democrats, you know, didn't vote for this bill. It's so broad. Even if we were to agree with you that they're outside their purview, and they would say they're not, it didn't just go after ICC officials, but also, quote, the immediate family members of ICC officials. That is mob-like behavior, is it not, to go after family members?
And by the way, 95% of what we vote on in Congress has elements that we find distasteful. But that's our, of course, that's our job in Congress. We have a choice. I stand by that vote, of course.
So you stand, hold on, you stand by putting sanctions on ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan's 2 adult sons. What did they do wrong?
Mehdi, what I stand by is a vote. First of all, we have votes in Congress that we know will not end up going anywhere. We have votes that we know will probably be signed into law. They have very different consequences.
So you voted for this one because you don't think it'll be signed into law?
Well, first, no, I voted for this as a message because I do think it's a principle.
A message to ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan's 2 sons. What did they do wrong?
Now, you know that's not what my intent was. And by the way, if you look at everything...
With respect, Congressman, it doesn't matter what your intent is.
Then look,
it matters what you voted for. You voted for a very mafiosi bill, which says... No, you don't think going after the children of a prosecutor
they're not going after
Trump-like behavior?
Mehdi, they're not going after
What does it mean to put sanctions on the children of the prosecutor?
My point is, but that's not a mafioso bill. By the way, if that is...
Picking on the family members of someone?
Mehdi,
that's the kind of thing Donald Trump does, Congressman, not Dean Phillips.
You're an educated man. You know how the Congress works.
Yeah, we know
how
you
bills
work.
operate.
Just because I know how it works doesn't mean I agree with it.
Just fucking crazy as shit, folks. Pure mafia bullshit. If you dare try to hold Israel accountable for their war crimes, not only are we going after you, we're going after your children. This is the Democrats attacking the International Criminal Court for trying to stop war crimes. Gonna go after your children if you decide to stop war crimes. This is America. Bitches be tripping, yo. And that is my Free Palestine. What did they do wrong? Nothing, but they don't give a shit. I don't care. I want to send a message that you don't dare go after against our Lord and Savior Israel for any reason. They can murder anybody they want to. They can kill as many children as they want to. And if you try to stop them, we going after your children next, motherfucker. America. We're the goddamn worst. All you have to do is control the news. They do. Rich people buy up all the news organizations. They control the whole fucking thing, lock it down. They shadow ban people like me, where only 5% of my subscribers even know my show is on at a time. It's almost impossible to dig your way out of the hole they make for you. But it's not going to stop me from fucking trying. And all right, folks. Let's roll. It's religious bullshit. Oh, you motherfucker, sing. Religious bullshit. What is it? Religious bullshit. Religious what? Religious bully bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Where you at? No. It's time for religious bullshit. Dusty needs to saturate YouTube with short clips. I love people tell me what I need to show. It's always, you just need to work harder, Dusty. That's your problem. You just need to work a little bit harder. Just work harder. I'm just like, I don't know how to work any fucking harder, folks. I really don't. Yeah, I could do that, but then the show wouldn't be as good. Literally every second of my free time goes into this show. I don't know how to work any harder. So I appreciate the advice, but you guys do it. You guys clip my show out and do it. Like, I don't know how to do anymore. I wish there were 2 of me that I could take all you guys' suggestions. But anyway, first off, a religious bullshit. Hank Kuhneman spreading the QAnon theories. And so crazy, folks. Here he is going to suggest that Joe Biden is being played by an actor wearing a mask during the debates. And Donald Trump could just reach out and unmask him like we're on a goddamn Scooby-Doo episode. And yes, once again, a nice dye job, dipshit.
I think President Trump, you always make it about, what's, this fake Biden, what's he going to be like when he shows up, if he shows up. I think it's going to be more about what are the moderators going to do, how they're going to try to set President Trump up, limit what he says, mute his microphone, and really make it difficult for him. I think that's going to be the real thing that's going to happen in the debate. And I said something last night on Flashpoint that, the secular media is talking about. Wouldn't it be great? I'm going to say it for the audience that maybe didn't see it last night. Wouldn't it be great if President Trump would go and reach out to this Biden guy and move forward and give him a hug, and at the same time his hand slips and we see who's under that mask? Wouldn't that be great for the whole world to see?
It's so crazy. This guy makes millions of dollars spreading Scooby-Doo mysteries.
And he would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling old geezers who dye their eyebrows. Stop it, dude. Just stop it. You're not fooling anybody. And then, on religious bullshit, Christian conspiracy theorist Dave Hayes wants you people that don't believe in miracles to know you're so full of shit. I dare you not believe Jesus out here doing the really important miracles, y'all.
My wife and I and our friends have seen a lot of electronic devices repaired supernaturally.
Wow.
Broken.
Wow.
We had years ago when Denise had an iPod. For those of you who remember what an iPod is, we had a Bose iPod dock.
Nice.
You stuck your iPod in this Bose sound system, and it was portable. We had it outside. We just play it by the pool.
You're rich. I got you.
And one day that thing went bad. It just wouldn't work.
That's what
I took it apart, did a little autopsy on it, tried to see if I could figure out if there was a broken wire.
And you did? You fixed it okay?
It was,
Good to know.
It was dead.
It wasn't? You fixed it?
Denise and her friend and I, one of our friends came over that night, and the four of us prayed over that broken Bose.
Okay, so let me stop you here. Your friend came over, and you guys got in a circle, and what you decided to pray about was not the starving kids in the world, not the people that are in torture dungeons right now being tortured to death, not the little kids being molested, raped, forced to carry rapist babies, not the horrors that are going on across the planet. You guys got in a circle and prayed about your broken iPod, right? And you're admitting to this in public as a man of God, right? Okay, continue, please.
iPod dock, and that thing sprang back to life, and it started working again.
Yay, Jesus! Didn't help the rape victims, didn't help the torture victims, didn't help no starving children, but he fixed that iPod. I'm glad Jesus is focused on the important things in life. None of this molested children bullshit. Straight to Apple technology. Thank you, Jesus.
I have a friend who drives for weeks at a time on an empty gas tank.
Definitely. He should definitely record this. He should put a little spectroscope down into the gas tank, show it's empty, show the gas tank's empty, start off and drive, prove it 100%. Easy way to verify what you're saying. He didn't do that? Curious.
Oh my gosh.
She prays over her gas tank and she says, Lord, just keep my gas tank going full. I know the needle's on empty, but you have gotten me by the last 2 weeks. Lord, I'm just going to believe you're going to let this car keep running. She runs that car for weeks at a time with no gas in it.
Then why not indefinitely? Why does she ever need gas if it's miracles? And like, if you guys have this magical power where you can just make miracles happen, then why aren't you at the children's hospital? Isn't the fact that you have the ability to heal people and make miracles happen and you don't do it for injured children, children with cancer, St. Jude Children's Hospital, doesn't that make you incredibly fucking evil? By your own admission, you're an evil piece of shit, dude. You might want to pipe the fuck down. Keep these miracles to yourself if you're telling the truth. Of course, we know you're not. You're a shameless con man. Hard to believe anybody believes that. Meanwhile, Bobby Hawk was pastor of Christian megachurch in Missouri and president of the local school board. Shocker, guess what he did? I bet you can't guess. He has now resigned from both positions after several women said he groomed them as kids and touched them inappropriately. One was 12 at the time. No way! They finally caught a youth pastor preacher molesting a kid. I can't believe it took them this long to finally catch one of them. Weird. And then they're getting so lazy with their religion now, folks. This guy has so little respect for his congregation. He knows they're sheep. He knows they're there to be abused, to take advantage of, to be fleeced. He's like, I don't even have to fucking try anymore. I'm just going to take a squirt bottle, fill it with oily water, and just run by and squirt them like they're fucking weeds. Just do it en masse. I don't have time for each and every one of you. Just spray you down like the house animals you fucking are. Get your checkbooks out, idiots. I sprayed you in the face. That's worth 10% of your income, isn't it? I need another Benz. I need another airplane. I love the uplifting music, too. This stupid bullshit goes on. God, you're so dumb. You're all so fucking dumb. Hard to believe humanity has survived as long as it has. Meanwhile, it seems like mental illness. There's a reason they call religion the opiate of the masses. I dare you find a difference between these people and people who are on copious amounts of drugs. Look at these fucking weirdos. Just baby talking, shaking like they're having withdrawals, dressed like they're from the 1800s. This guy, just trying to give his testimonial, has to get slain in the spirit out of nowhere.
For 7 years. 7 years what? 7 years ago, she was in an accident, couldn't bend her knee, couldn't even get out of bed today. Today, the power of God.
He's like, shut up. I'm tired of hearing your story. Shut up. And look, he's so slain in the spirit that he has to take time to pull his shirt down so his gut doesn't hang out. That's how you know it's real, folks. He still has the wherewithal not to want to be embarrassed by his big gut.
Couldn't even get out of bed today. Today, the power of God.
Yeah. Let me pull my shirt down. I'm so real life knocked out. Definitely. He's definitely not a cult member, folks.
Power, get down here.
If you want that fake ass shit, and watch him run down there, folks. Watch all these fucking morons so desperate to prove that they're in the cult, that prove that they're a member. Yeah, we're sheep to you. Abuse us, daddy. We love it. We have a humiliation fetish. We love to be abused. Meanwhile, speaking of a big boy, this guy wants you to know that if you don't know how to speak in tongues, it's because your flesh has to be forced. And this guy is really, really concerned about his flesh.
Speaking in tongues bypasses the soul. It then forces your flesh, your lungs, your tongue, your vocal cords to obey the spirit.
Oh, God.
It's like hot wiring the car. When you hot wire the car, you skip the whole need for the key and the transmission, and you go directly from the battery straight to the combustion of the engine.
To baby talk.
When you speak in tongues, it goes straight from your spirit to your flesh, and your flesh must obey.
I mean, if there's one thing this guy knows a lot about, it's flesh. Just saying, he has a lot to work with.
That's why people have a hard time speaking in tongues, is because their flesh doesn't want to do it.
That's right.
They say, nothing's happening, or I'm not going to fake it.
I'm not going to fake it. That's what it's about, folks. If you speak in tongues, you have to be willing to fake it. You just have to be going, that's all, folks. I mean, that's all it fucking is. It's just you baby talking. So ridiculous. And these are the people that are really worried about indoctrinating your children. This is also what grooming looks like, folks. They're willing to do it right out in the public. Got his hands all over this kid. Why are you touching him, you freak?
He's bringing you to a higher place. I want you to pray with everything that you've got. He gave his all for you, so you need to give your all for him. God is moving across this place. He's beginning to use you. Just take what he has. Take a hold of it right now in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah.
Yeah, that kid 100% going to get molested by this guy. They give themselves a built-in reason to put their hands on your children, and they do it right in fucking public, right in front of your face. And these Christians will take and drop off their kids to these people. Parents need to start getting charged with this shit. And this is scary, folks. Apparently, the Ascension Catholic Church in Chesterfield, Missouri, is actively forming their own militia, recruiting 18 to 29-year-olds, even though in Chesterfield, the violent crime rate is 0.71 per 1,000 residents. Nationwide, it's 4. It's 4.88 in Missouri, so 5-6 times. That's 600% safer than the rest of the state. Yet they need their own privatized militia to protect themselves. Scary, scary stuff happening, folks. We are calling all young men back to the church to form a militia dedicated to protecting the Holy Eucharist, our congregation, our clergy, and the church grounds. Nobody is threatening you guys. The militia is called the Legion of Sancta Lana. The militia will be composed of young men between the ages of 18 and 29, training will include strict physical fitness standards, classroom study, and instruction in military operations. This is just a way to get more cult members. It gets you in there where they can break you down, make you part of a unit, make you part of their unit, remove your individuality, give you more of an excuse to give more of your income to them. That's all it's fucking about, folks. The cult, growing cult members, but scary as shit. And last but not least, our religious bullshit. You know how the Bible says that you're not supposed to pray in public, that the only people that pray in public are hypocrites, that if you really love God, you should pray in private and keep it to yourself. Well, if you're a shameless con person, you don't give a shit what the Bible says, because you're not actually praying to God, right? You're praying to the public. You're praying because you want your followers to hear your prayer, because it makes them think that you're one of them. And if you say stuff like you're praying for absolution, for God to forgive you for your sins, what you're doing is you're actually praying that the people listening to you forgive you of what you've done, that they give you absolution without holding you accountable for your, many rapes or whatever. And you don't have to even admit you did it. You don't have to make amends to the people you hurt. All you have to do is pretend like you're praying to God while really talking to the people listening to you and asking for them to just ignore all your wrongdoings, because you're now one of them. You're now a cult member like they are. And they will forgive you, folks. This is how it works.
What do the aliens want? And the aliens always say, kill 20 kids in front of us. We'll give you the secret to superconductors.
Lord Jesus Christ, at the foot of your cross, by your blood and by your wounds, we pray for our enemies, Lord. We pray for their forgiveness and we pray for redemption. We pray that
Literally, he's looking at the camera, praying to the people in the audience. I pray for your redemption. I pray for your forgiveness, you fucking morons. Keep sending me money. Don't hold me accountable. I'm getting rich off your gullibility.
May belong to you individually and collectively, and that we may become a vessel for your light. Holy Father, we know that we survive and thrive only by your grace and by your power, not by anything that we have done, but for us. In your holy name, Lord Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Very heartfelt. Definitely not shameless con people. Carnies. Awkward silence.
Well, Alex.
Well, say something.
I pray that the next few days for you
pass well and easily.
Has there ever been a more nakedly transparent con person than Russell Brand? If there is, I don't know of it. And that is my religious bullshit for this week. So shitty, the worst people get rewarded over and fucking over again. But this is who we are as a country. We are not a good people. And, do they want to rape them? Yes. You said rap, but I assume you mean rape. Brand is a joke. Rich one. A successful one. I guess don't hate the player, hate the game. Alex Jones too, of course. Alex Jones, but that goes without saying. Nice edit. Yep, wouldn't me. Dude is the what the fuck section I just walked into. The whole show is what the fuck. The whole show is beyond parody. The whole show is trash world. What you gonna do? The different sections are just for fun. And all right, get your super chats in, folks. The show's almost over, and god damn it, we've done a good one tonight. We actually have quite a few palate cleansers, so prepare to be cleansed. But before that, it's time for some heroes. We could be heroes, but just for one day. And starting us off with the heroes tonight is a vintage video. It's not old, it's vintage, but I never seen it before. Perhaps the most metal thing you will ever see in your life. A Kenyan protester smoking tear gas from a canister thrown at him by anti-riot police officers in the ongoing protest. Look at this badass motherfucker. This is how you do it. This is the resistance, folks. Fuck your tear gas. I'm gonna smoke that shit right in front of you. I drink this shit like milk for breakfast. King Kong ain't got nothing on me, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Like, let me get a hit of that, man. Pass that shit around.
Pass the decay on the left-hand side. Pass the decay on the left-hand side. Yeah! Love it. And then last on the heroes list, folks, I love this idea. So you know how they're passing laws all across the country to force every classroom, K through 12, to put the 10 Commandments up on the wall? Well, if you're a teacher, there are ways you can push back against this that are completely legal. This hero has a few ideas for you.
Hey teachers, are you forced to display the 10 Commandments in your classroom? Let's turn this into an educational opportunity. I have 3 creative ideas for you. Number 1, give equal time to all the world's religions. Right next to the 10 Commandments, decorate your walls with the precepts of Buddhism, the Baha'i faith, Confucianism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, Shinto, Sikhism, Taoism, and Zoroastrianism, and all the others. It's high time we learn more. Number 2, choose 1 commandment each day for your warm-up, your bell ringer, and have students list as many political figures who have broken that commandment as possible. This is a timed activity, 4 minutes max. Whichever student has the longest and most accurate list, no lying, that breaks Commandment 9, gets to leave 1 minute early for lunch. The kids are going to love this. Number 3, come to find out that there are actually 613 commandments in the Bible and realize you don't have to write bell ringers for years. That's making lemonade, y'all. Finally, extra credit. Have students make diagrams depicting the most broken commandment by those who are forcing you to post them. You'll need poster board, markers, and glitter. Present these at the next school board meeting. Show them what your kids are learning.
Awesome.
Follow me for more tips.
Hell yeah, follow this one for more tips. Lisa, Queen, love that shit. Show up to the school boards. Here's what the kids think of your bullshit. Do it. That is my heroes list. Love her. Yes, she is awesome. Put a sign that says bullshit next to it. Also a good tip. Please include Satanism. Yes, absolutely Satanism. Do as thou will. As long as you don't hurt anybody else. If it feels good, do it. I'm a hedonist. Maximize pleasure, minimize suffering. My whole life motto. And all right, folks, last chance to get super chats in. We're about to hit overtime. Who loves overtime? Everybody loves overtime. Reward me for overtime. Make sure you don't disappear into the inky abyss. But for now, as always, gonna finish you off with a happy ending. Prepare to be cleansed, my children. It's time for palate cleansers.
Palate cleanser.
Spelled 100% correctly. That's how you spell it. I don't care nobody says. And first one is kind of sad, but kind of happy too. Apparently this girl got invited to her first birthday party, an exclusive birthday party. And look how happy she is to finally be included by her classmates.
Oh, geez, wow.
Really special. It's making me cry.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, Mom.
I'm crying. I'm so happy for you. You got invited
Look
to
how happy she is. Finally got included. You guys be good to each other out there. You'd be surprised how much a little kindness goes a long way, how much it means to people. You guys remember this one? This big guy was in a club dancing, and somebody take a picture of him making fun of him. Look how hurt he is, because he knows they're mocking him. Spotted this specimen trying to dance the other week. He stopped when he saw us laughing. Yeah, you fucking dickheads. Dance is great exercise. You want people to exercise and lose weight, then you make fun of them for it. Remember, this actually had a happy ending. Anyone know this man or who posted this? There's a huge group of ladies in LA who would like to do something special for him. Dancing, man. We don't know much about you. I put a photo on the internet suggesting that we wanted to dance with you. Made you feel how you should be felt. Even Pharrell Williams. Hey, keep me posted. I want to go to your dance party. Never be ashamed of yourself. You're both truly other. Moby offered his DJ services for free for the party. No one should ever be ashamed about dancing. And there he is, Hackass on Twitter as requested. They all went to a dance to celebrate this guy.
Got to meet some celebrities. I don't know who the fuck this is, but cool. Got out there and got to do his thing, got to dance. And you should, man. Get out there and dance like no one's watching. Who gives a shit? Fuck everybody. Don't worry about them. Just do you. And then a lot of cute kids on tonight's after party and a lot of good dads. This is a great selection of examples of positive male role models, positive masculinity.
What an adorable little princess.
Will you dance with me?
Of course I will dance with
Can
you.
you hold me when we're back?
Of course. Should we play a song?
Yes.
What song?
New song.
Like a you song? I need to practice my dancing. So dance for the princess. So I will dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince ever knew. It's all too soon, the clock was striking 9.
What a cutie. What a nice dad.
Are you crying?
You're giving me a puddle.
That's a sweet one. And got some more sweeties here for you folks. This is funny. This reminds me of me. I used to do this. I used to like my mom carrying me in for the car when I was a kid and stuff, so I'd pretend to be asleep, and she knew I was pretending. She'd be like, "You're pretending to be asleep," but I wouldn't like let on. I would keep pretending. And here's a funny video how to get your kids to admit they're faking.
She fell asleep, puppy. She did.
So the wife was like, "She fell asleep, Poppy." She did.
You know, you can really tell if she's asleep.
How?
If you raise her arm up and it stays up. If it falls down, then she's really not sleeping.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Got her. Little reverse psychology. Said if she's really sleeping and you hold her arm up, it'll stay. But if it falls down, she's not really sleeping. You little faker.
Yep. She's definitely asleep.
Gotta carry her, daddy.
Gotta carry her, daddy. She's super asleep right now. And then this little girl's hero is her daddy.
What do you want me to do? So then you can jump over there so I can still see you.
There you go. Are you ready, my baby?
I'm just gonna throw you over here. You're going so far. I see you. I see a little doggy. Go. I'm ready, Daddy.
Daddy? Ready, Daddy?
You did it. You did it, Daddy. I saw you.
Daddy. I saw you.
There, down onto the wheel.
That's right. Did you film it good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
That filming was amazing.
Daddy. Daddy, you did it. Cute. Then what else I got? This little girl deserves a tip. Another little cutie.
We like them.
That cookie looks pretty good.
We like them.
Can I have that cookie?
Hell no. No.
That's mine.
That's fine. Let's see what I got for you.
Broccoli. I have broccoli.
Broccoli, that's what you get. Fake broccoli. There you go.
There you go, ma'am.
There you go, ma'am. That'll be $97. 15% tip. Worth it. Worth every penny. And then, not a kid, but also cute. Beautiful. They have been missing another for years. I guess these two people haven't seen each other in years and years and years. Best friends reunite after several years without seeing each other. Surprising this guy with his friend. He's like, what? What is it? What is that? He says, oh my God! What the fuck's up? That's a big man. Two big men though, right there, dudes. Positive masculinity. And then we're gonna finish this with my favorite joke of the week, my favorite clapback of the week. Somebody said, Elon Musk is going to put Apple out of business. To which Slate replies, did he buy it? Oh, snap. That's a good one. That's the only way you can put Apple out of business, like you're doing to X/Twitter. Love it. And all right, folks, that is Temple is chastising you right now for showing weakness. Tears, man up like Temple. You forgot to say bald Temple. You misspelled his name. That's my show, folks. I'm going to be back on Friday. But before we do, let's read these super chats and do a kitty party. If you bail out, please hit the like button. Please tell your friends about the show. Please hit the bell. That's how you know if other shows are going to be shown in the future. That's about the only way you're going to know. All the things, you know what to do. Leave comments. If you guys leave comments, it helps the algorithm. So tell me what you thought about the show, good or bad. Hopefully good. I would appreciate it if you're watching the replay. You were so goddamn great, Dusty. I felt a little bit better tonight. I didn't feel as on the last show. The show before that, I was so fucking on. It was ridiculous. I was in the zone. And this show, I was more in the zone than I was the last show, so that's good. I'm always very critical of my performances, but sometimes they're better than others. Tonight, I felt pretty good, though, so thank you guys for being generous and joining me tonight. It was fun hanging out with you. And thank you, MJ. You rock. I'm broke as Grumpy Queer, but here's we ought to reward. Hey, it all adds up. 222. Spooky Action doesn't appreciate you. $2. I'm broke, but have a bit. Appreciate you, Grumpy Queer. Like I said, all adds up. You guys roll. Malicious Compliance Queen. Hell yeah, Mitchell Guide. Love me some Mitchell Guide. You rock. Basset Hound. Dusty, thank you for your coverage on the Palestinians. It means a lot to me. A very good book to read is by Ilan Pape called The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine. I wanted to share this with you and your viewers. That reminds me, I was supposed to share a link from my Twitter about somebody sent me a link to their Palestinian GoFundMe. Let's see. I'm bad. I did not put it aside. I'll have to try to find it for the next show and put it aside. I'm sorry, whoever sent that to me. I'm a horrible, horrible human being. All right, I'm going to find it next time. I did remember, though. A little too late, but I remembered. And thank you, Basset Hound. Very generous. You rock. Janelle Smith also rocks. Thanks for being you. Hey, thanks for being you, Janelle Smith. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. I'm pretty sure I got the last name, didn't I? I hope so. God, that would be embarrassing. You rock, though, Janelle Smith. Dusty, your Palestine coverage is so important. It's hard to watch, but we need to see the truth. A lot of people say that to bail out. They can't watch it because it makes it too sad. But, like, we have to know what's going on. We have to know who our rulers are. How are we going to fucking resist if we don't know what we're resisting against? So thank you for being part of the rebellion, Joe Bot. It means a lot. Let's celebrate their 10th super on a live stream. Hell yes, your 10th got milk. Hell yeah, happy 10th. The U.S. government drawing a red line against Israel's war crimes is like Richard Spencer drawing a red line against David Duke's white supremacy. Never going to happen. Fucking course. Joe Biden taking more money from Israel than any politician in history. There is no red line. He'll just draw another one in blood. And thank you, Got Milk. Appreciate you. Dusty, have you considered streaming on YouTube Shorts? They stream on YouTube Shorts? How could it be that short if you're streaming? The stream will be vertical, but the algorithm is being boosted. Might help gain subscribers. All right, I guess I don't know how to do that, though, because I'm showing videos of other stuff. How do I do that format? I guess I could just talk. That seems boring, but I'll look into it. Thank you for the suggestion. And, all right, anything else pop up? Nope, not that I see. All right, folks, let's do a kitty party real quick. Let's see if any of the new bunch show up. Any of the new kitties going to show up tonight? Are they going to show up tonight? Are they going to show up tonight? Let's play a little The River, an original song by Dusty Smith, available on my SoundCloud. Please join my Patron, everybody. You get access to tonight's after party. I have a big after party show coming up right now, so you're not going to miss it. Get yourself a ticket and help out the world's greatest show on my Patreon. Link in the description of the video. But for now, it's time for Kitty Party. Where you at, cats? Come on. Come on. Come on. Who wants it? Come on, kitties. Come on. All right, we got Misty and Cece. Anybody else? Come on, cat asses. Nobody? Just two? All right. Even the outer cats are assholes. Spoiled motherfuckers. What you gonna do? At least we got two new ones tonight. Misty and Cece, they're pretty cute. Folks, thank you for joining me. Thank you for generosity. I'll be back on Friday for another episode of the world's greatest show. We do this 3 times a week, every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Showing up live is half the fun. You get to interact with the greatest community on all of YouTube, so make plans to do it. We get shadow banned everywhere. Facebook won't tell you about my show. Twitter won't tell you about my show. And YouTube, even if you're subscribed, even if you hit the bell, usually also will not tell you about my show. So just know the show is happening 3 times a week, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and show up to hang out with us. I look forward to hanging out with you guys again and performing for you on Friday. You guys have a good Thursday out there. I'll see you soon. I love you. Good night. Logic. Fuck yes. You guys be nice to each other. Thank you, Auto Dash It. It means a lot. Time to turn the air conditioner on. Hot as a butt. After party starting now. Switch over. Do not play another song, motherfucker.